So, how do you provide guidance to your team around what content they're allowed to share and with who? There's lots of different techniques that you can use. It could be through policies and procedures and explaining what they're there, but that requires a bit of interpretation. It could be by training, again, requires a bit of interpretation and helping understand, or it could be based on where you store your content. That's a good indicator to say that, hey, look, if it's in this particular area, it's secret squirrel stuff or highly confidential, please do not share beyond there. But beyond that, what else can you do? Well, this is another reason we love Microsoft 365. Built into the platform is this idea of sensitivity labels, and it even filters down to the applications and tools that you use, like Outlook and Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all the apps that you're using on your desktop. And has this sensitivity labeling stamp that you can use to apply to particular content. You can even set defaults, and there's even color coding. So if it's yellow, then maybe think about whether or not you should share this. If it's red, definitely don't, right? Unless you've got explicit approval. If it's green, go for it, right? So it makes it really, really easy. And there's like 5 standard sort of sensitivity labels you can use. Personal, this is someone's personal stuff. You've got to ask that person for permission. It's public, share it with anyone. General, yeah, it's maybe sensitive, maybe not, depends on the specific context. Confidential, obviously, you don't necessarily want to share that beyond a particular selected group. Or highly confidential, just don't share this stuff, right? It's really sensitive and really secure. And there's different variations in there, but they're the 5 common ones, right? So we go through and set this sort of stuff up. But the cool thing we really love about 365 is not only can you use some of the machine learning in it and AI capabilities, you can go and analyze content to do automated labeling. So basically, if it sees certain things, credit card details, for example, immediately flag it as highly confidential, right? Or maybe set up a special label just for storing that sort of content. And then we can put additional rules around it to actually block the ability to share. You can't email it, can't download it, can't use the sharing capabilities of 365. But we can also apply these security labels, or these sensitivity labels, against particular sites. So we might have a site, which is storage space, if you like, if you're not 365 ecosystem, where you can store stuff. Let's call it board papers. We can put that as highly confidential, and therefore it restricts it. And we can even force content that goes into this space to be encrypted. So unless your name is on the list and that file is somehow leaked somewhere from where it was created, if your name's not on that list and you've got an email address that you can log in against using that email address, and you can't verify your identity, even if that file is copied onto a USB key, you cannot open it. So when you're thinking about how you're going to be able to control this content, think about how you're labeling and what other controls you can use to protect that sensitive information. The last thing you want is to be on the front page of the Australian Financial Review because you've lost a whole lot of highly confidential or highly sensitive information. Don't be the next one there. And yeah, have a look at labels and ask your tech team what they can do to help protect your personal and confidential data.